There's nothing worse than being burned by a coach. I've had it happen. I hear about it all the time, and it's awful. It gives us all a bad name, and it doesn't need to happen. I was talking to a friend of mine about this just today, and she was contemplating hiring a coach that I know and asking me my opinion. And I was glad she reached out. I think that's one of the very best ways to prevent being burned. She was very cautious because she just finished this fairly expensive program and got nothing out of it, which is heartbreaking to hear. And so she was obviously hesitant to jump into another program that was a significant investment. And I can totally relate because I've been burned too. I've been burned several times, but I've also had some incredible coaches. I've had some people that really made a huge difference in my life, whether it was personal or business and sports. I've had so many coaches. And the thing is, you have to just determine if they're legit. You have to do your research, just like my friend was doing, to figure out if they are the fit for you. And not just to find out if they know what they're talking about, because they probably do. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, but to know if it's the right fit for you, if your personalities and your learning style will mesh with their personality and their teaching style. So, a few things that you can do: cyber stalk them. Take advantage of all this information that we have at our fingertips. Check out their social media and their websites and even their personal social media. See what's going on, because there's so much information out there. And if you were to go to their Facebook account, for example, and you see that they're posting a lot of things that are against your values, probably they're not going to be a good fit for you, right? Or if you go to their website and it seems kind of hokey and just kind of thrown together, not really professional, that can send up a red flag. So do your homework, click around, Google their name, see what comes up. Obviously, Google reviews or Facebook reviews or whatever kind of reviews, that's great information too. But they can be skewed. They can be a little bit falsified, if I don't know the right word for that, but don't just go off reviews. Go do some deep digging and see what you can find. The second thing you should do is check out their free content. Anybody worth their salt has something that you can get for free, whether it's something you can download, something you can watch. Maybe it's a free masterclass or webinar or something. Maybe it's a blog you can read or something like that. P.S. I have all of those things. But take advantage of their free stuff. Download it, open it up, use it, see if it's useful. If what they've given you for free gives you some value, you know, at least a little bit more, that their paid content probably will give you some value. I'll give you an example. I downloaded a free thing from a copywriting coach and made a lot of money off of one thing that she said to do in this little free thing. As I was like, okay, if I can make that much money off of what she told me to do for free, how much will I make if I do her course? Right? That's what you want to look for. And then lastly, interview them. Sit down in a Zoom call or live call and ask them, what do they offer? What are their programs? How does their system work? If they don't have a system, that's a little bit of a red flag. If they say, we just talk about it, show me a system. Because if they don't have a system, that may not mean that they've been doing it very long. Check out their track record. Read their testimonials. If you know anyone that's taken their program, ask them about it. It's probably how you heard about it in the first place. Most of us find out via word of mouth or something, and then see if they offer any guarantees. I think any coach worth their salt offers a guarantee of some kind. I offer 100% success rate guarantee. And if you don't succeed, I will work with you for free until you do, so long as you've been doing the stuff I've told you to do. And I started doing that because a coach that I worked with offered that. And I thought, you know what, that really made me want to do her program, because I knew if she was going to, put her money where her mouth was, so to speak, that her program was probably worthwhile. And it was. So that's why I adapted that in my program. At the end of the day, coaching's invaluable. I always say everyone needs a coach. I always have multiple coaches on, taking care of me at any given time. I find it hugely, hugely valuable. You can get so much farther, so much faster. Yes, you can probably do it on your own. Yes, you can do the research. You can find out about eating healthy and exercising and all these things. But there are a lot of rabbit holes to go down. And I know you don't have time for it. I know you don't have time to go down all these rabbit holes and learn all the things that I geek out on every day. You don't have time to listen to the hours of podcasts and read all the books and all the things that I do. I streamline it and I just give you what you need to know and you're on your way. The other thing is it can be really exhausting and overwhelming to do all that on your own. So you end up going only so far, and then you just are overwhelmed and frustrated and you quit. With a coach guiding you, you can get that much farther, that much faster, because they've already done all that work and they'll just give you the information you need to implement to make your own changes. They also offer an outside influence, right? We shine a mirror in your face. That's what my coaches have done for me 100,000 times. And it's not always the most comfortable thing, but you know what? When someone can take you out of the crazy and set you out here and say, hey, look at what's going on, it really helps you make changes and make shifts, get you out of your own head, and it simplifies things. We tend to make things a lot more complicated than they are. And if you have someone that can say, hey, this is what's going on, this is all you have to do, one thing, you end up doing it, as opposed to you're in there and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do 1,000 things to make this better. And like I said, if you're trying to do it on your own, you get tired, you get overwhelmed, you get frustrated because there's all these different options and you're trying to figure it out. So you tend to not be as successful. You don't know what you don't know. That's why we hire experts. That's why we work with people. And that's why you were seeking out help in the first place, right? Because you knew there was probably something you didn't know. In addition to accountability, which that's what everyone says, they need a coach for, we also offer you confidence. When you're like, ooh, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. And we can say, yes, you are. You're doing the right thing. Keep going. So I get it. I get that at the end of the day, nothing is worse than being burned. And it makes you hesitant. It makes you cautious. And I think that's good. I think that's a good thing. But there are many, many, many great coaches out there in all different aspects, not just in my world, but, business and sales and relationships and all those things. And I have a lot of friends that are great coaches. So I know for a fact that if you do your research, you cyber stalk them, you check out all their free stuff and you interview them, you will reduce your chances of getting burned substantially. So if you would like to interview me, if you'd like to have a call with me and find out if my system, which I have, and my program is right for you, let's do it. Let's jump on a call. It's called a strategy planning session. And I'll give you some stuff you can take away with, whether we work together or not, that you can implement to get a little bit healthier. And I have all that free stuff too, right? So let's jump on a call and talk. And in the meantime, feel free to cyber stalk me. Yeah, I love it. See ya.